Everybody, in this video we will see how to define different data types in Arduino. Yes, that thing, and how the ways to define it, we can assign values to them, things like that we will see. And in the continuous videos we will see how we can use those data types in Arduino using variables, okay, as variables. So now we can think how to define variables and how to assign values to the variables. So as we say variables, you can always remember variables means something that can vary, something that is not constant. Okay, so let's say x. So x can be a variable because we can assign any value to x, 5, 10, 20, 30 or something. If we take number 5, it cannot be a variable because it is always 5. But x, a, b can be used as variable because you can assign any number or any value to that. Okay, so how we can play around in with variables in Arduino, I will explain you. So first I will make this void loop go a little bit down and also this void setup a little bit down. Okay, so maybe one more line. Okay, fine, that's beautiful. So the thing is, I always say to you until now throughout my tutorials that whatever we have to write, we have write within any of these two blocks, either void setup block or void loop blocks. Then only this will run, the rest will not be running, I said earlier. So if you want it to run one time, it should be inside void setup. If you want it to be running forever repetitively, it should be inside void loop. That means block 1 and block 2. You know that already. So now there's a thing. Okay, so the thing is, if you want something to happen, if you want Arduino to do something, then you can write it within any of this block. So Arduino will only do those things. There's no second word to that. But if you want to define a variable, okay, if you want to assign some value to a particular variable, normally where we do it is on top of void setup, where the cursor is, we are doing it. Okay, in the line 1 or 2 we can do it. That means out of either void setup and void loop we can do those things. So you may ask me, so what's the point of doing it? Because if it is not going to be running by the Arduino, what's the point of doing it? There's a reason for it. So it's like this. Let's say you have a name, right? So when let's say you are going to a new place, a new area. Okay, you are moving, and when you are moving, people may introduce you, right? Okay, so let's say he's a man, and his name is let's say tell me a name, like Jack. Okay, he's a man, his name is Jack. So let's say, yeah, that's just fine, right? So people say it. So though we say man, he's man Jack, so that everybody knows it. If you are identified with man as a Jack, everybody knows it. But when they call you, okay, or when they are using you, see, they simply call you Jack. Yes or no? So I will change this as Jack. Why I'm saying this is I will explain this. Jack. Okay, Jack. Okay, so when people call you Jack, okay, let's assign some more thing, and you are a boy. Okay, let's say you are a boy. So we send this something. I'm sorry. Someone called Jack is a man type, and his value is boy. Let's say his value is boy. So when people use it, people call you Jack, and you are coming there, right? And when people call you Jack, they remember. They go and check out the introduction that was given about you. Maybe there's a video introduction about you, or maybe a written introduction about you that is in a book somewhere. So they go and see, okay, man, boy, Jack is a boy. Jack can be called anytime. So here also we can call Jack. Okay, so you can think this void setup as one house, this void loop as one house. Okay, so you have been said as a man and your name is Jack and you're a boy on top of void setup and void loop. That means you have been said it in common to both. So that means either void setup and void loop. Okay, I will increase the either void setup and void loop can access you. This because you have been commonly introduced to people in front of everyone. So from this house also they can call you as Jack. From this house also they can call you as Jack. Okay. So this is not running. Please remember this part, whatever you say it as man, Jack, boy, is not going to be running anywhere. Okay, so it is going to be there for reference purposes. So whenever you refer Jack, whenever because nobody knows Jack before. So whenever you say Jack, everyone will go, the person who's saying it or person who's listening to is will go here and refer who is Jack. He's a man and he's a boy. So only for reference purposes we are doing this kind of things, and we can write it outside of any outside of these both loops or both blocks, setup and loop, because that is only used for reference purposes, not for running. This will never ever run, please remember this. Okay, this will not be running. So this thing will be used for reference purposes whenever it is used. If nobody used Jack, it will stay here with no problem. Okay, if it is written according to the syntax, it will stay there. So I hope you can understand that. And as I said, another reason for defining him out of these both blocks for reference purposes is both houses can access it. So if you say this man Jack inside this void setup block, okay, that means within this house, that means only the people within the house only knows about Jack. They only know Jack. So within this house only you can call Jack. Okay, if you define Jack, so the same thing inside void loop, inside the block 2, only the people within the block 2 can only call Jack. Nobody else knows this. That means if you define him within this void setup block, that man Jack boy part, the Jack can be called within that house only, because other house people don't know that. So you cannot access it from void loop. Okay, if you define the same way, if you define him within the void loop, you cannot call him from the other house. That means void setup block. Okay, so now, so in that case, but actually what we say is, if you are defining as that's why we are defining as a command man, that so that we can access him from anywhere we want. So in that case, in such a scenario, we will call it as a global variable, because he's global to everyone. Global variable. Okay, if you feel like, okay, he doesn't need to be called outside, if he's called inside within one block, that is enough. If you feel like that, you can write him within the particular block. That is also possible. People do that inside particular blocks. If you are 100% sure that he will not be called, or he will not be in need of to be called, that means we don't have a need to call him outside this particular block, we can define him within that block. But if you don't know, if you are not sure he can be called anywhere, you have to define him out of any of the blocks. So what I came to say is, if you define someone inside a block, he will be called as a local variable for the particular block. That means he is only available for the local, only for the particular block. Okay, so now you know something called global variable and local variable, and why do we have to do it? And again, I remember why, even though if we have him outside of both blocks, there's no problem, because this part will not run. This will be only used running, or only be used whenever he is called either this block or this block. So again, this makes sense. Only within this block, within any of these two blocks, if he is called, then only he makes sense. Otherwise, there is no point of having him here. Okay, get the point. So he will not be running. He will be used for reference purposes only. That's why we write him out of any of the loops. And there is, as I say, the global variable purpose. Accessibility is another purpose. Another reason for this purpose. So let's get into the stuff. So I will remove this man Jack thing, and I will try to help you to write it. So write something that really makes sense. Okay, so let's use a variable with the number value. Okay, so whenever we are using the variables or defining the variables, what we normally do is, there's a way to mention them, there's a way to name them. Okay, so first what you have to tell you is the data type of the variable. So data type. Okay, I'm sorry, data type of the particular variable. So where can I have it? Okay, then you can give him a name. Okay, then if you are willing, if you really feel like so, or if you need, you can give him a value. So before giving him a value, you have to give an equal sign. That means his value. Okay, so is that guy? Okay, fine. Value, sorry, it's fine, right? Value. So this is the format for naming the variable or defining a declaration variable. So what? Okay, that's fine. So let's say you are going to define a number. So normally when we are planning to define a number, there are different type of data types that can be mentioning for a number type of number data type, integer, and float, decimals, integers, or just think long, short. I don't remember everything. There are a number of data types, but the most common data type is integer, we say. Okay, so integer means normally numbers. So if you are mentioning an integer data type, how do you write this? Int. Okay, in the programming language, if you say int, that means you are going to define a number, not a decimal number, a full number, right? Integer number. So we wrote the data type. Then the name. So you can give any name you want, right? You can say x, y. You cannot give a number as a name. So any name you can give, x, y, abc, my number, integer number, like that. Any name you can give. So for the sake of understanding or easiness, I'm saying it as x. So x is the name I'm giving to the particular data type, particular data. So then I'm willing to assign a value to the data. So you should remember the data type is integer, right? That's a number. So the value has to be a number, right? That has to be making sense. So let's say 20. Okay, and as I said, at the end of every line of coding, whether it is a command or anything, either it is not a, unless it is not a loop or something, normally at the end of every line of code, every line of command, everything you are saying to the Arduino, right? You are saying to the Arduino, right? We have a variable called x, that is an integer variable, and that value is 20. So whenever saying anything to the Arduino or the program, you have to give a semicolon at the end of this line. So remember it as a rule. So that means the Arduino will understand, okay, this line is finished. So we have an integer that's called name x, and the integer value is 20, and Arduino will remember it once you type that semicolon. So that is very clear. So this shouldn't be there, so I will make it as a comment so that it will not be counted into program. So okay, so only this coding has 3 lines, one number line number 2, and the other one is line number 4, and the other one is line number 8, line number 10, and line number 13. So every other thing is a comment so that you can read and understand. Arduino will take them into account. So now I have let's say I have declared and assigned a variable name called x. I have declared a variable called x and assigned the value to the name to the variable x as 20. So hereafter, whenever I am keep talking about x, so as it is a global variable, it can be accessed within either void setup or void loop. Whenever I am talking about x, whenever I am calling x, okay, wherever it is, this Arduino doesn't know what x is actually, right? Because it is not in the programming language keywords. So what Arduino will go do is Arduino will go everywhere and look for the x, and it will come and see here. Okay, only when it is called, only when it is called, it will come and check that out. Okay, so that Arduino will come and see. Why is it not being clicked? Okay, no problem. When x is called, Arduino will come and see where x is. Arduino will see, okay, x. What is x? X is number 20. So always he will replace the value x by 20. Okay, you should know this. So whenever you are talking about x, you are talking about number 20. So I think this is a way of defining the global variable. And also I am willing to tell you another thing. If you want, what you can do is you can define it, you can do it in 2 lines. You can say int x in 1 line and you finish it. Okay, that means you are declaring this variable as a global without assigning a value. Okay, and wherever you want, you can give him a value. Let's say even in the next line you can give him a value. That's totally fine. X is equal to 20 and a semicolon. Okay, even if you want to give a value here, yet you can give. Here you can give the value. Let's say 40. Okay, if you want to give a value here, still you can give. This is equal sign 50. Okay, so thing is, so if you are doing here, you have to delete this, right? I will comment this out, the number line number 2, because you are defining it again. Okay, so you can, the same thing you can do in 2 lines, x and x is 20. Now if I ask you what is x value now, okay, you should understand in programming language, whatever the latest thing is the final thing, is the updated thing. So first what you say, there is an integer called x, that's all you are saying, you are not assigning it a value. You can do like that. Then immediately after you are saying, okay, x value is 20, so x, the number value 20 will be assigned to x. But inside the void setup, what you are saying, x value is 40, so the number value 20 will be replaced by 40 in the location of x. And then inside the void loop, you are saying number 50 is equal to x is equal to number 50. So now number 40 will be cut off and number 50 will be replaced in the name of x. So now x is 50, there's no doubt on that. The latest one will be updated one. That is one thing. And another thing you may ask, okay, why am I not having integer here? So the thing is, this is what we call as declaration. So declaration is being done only one time. Okay, so once you declare that I am a man, you are not going to say you are a man always. You can simply use your name in the next time. Okay, so the same thing. So if you declare one time, okay, there's an integer called x, that's enough. Then you can assign the values to the x anytime you want. So this is something what you call assigning value. So that's it. You can assign value anytime. You can even have another line and you can say that's totally allowed. You can say x is equal to, it's capital X, so I will try to write a small x is equal to 70. So that's totally allowed. You cannot say that why do you have different values. In the first line, Arduino will make x as 40. When it comes to the next line, Arduino will replace the 40 by 70. So that's totally fine. So here it will again cut off the 70 and replace it by 50. So it's okay. So declaration is being done only one time. Value assigning you can do anytime you want. So that is why we are using variables actually, because it is vary. You can change it, right? So you may see in the line number 2. So what I have done here is, in declaration and value assigning, these two lines, okay, these two lines in one line we can write like this. So that is what I did in the line number 2. Okay, so in one line you can do, again, even though if you do it in one line, you can change the x value anywhere you want just by saying the name of the x. Okay, so I hope it's very clear, right? So we talked about 3 things, right, mainly. So first, the one way of declaring and assigning the value in one line for a particular variable. After we saw that how to name a variable and giving values. So that's a rule. Other thing is how to declare a variable in one line and assign a variable in another line or another other lines. And also we saw that we went through that we can change the variable's value at any time and anywhere in the code, and the latest one will be the accepted final one. Okay, so I will remove that unnecessary lines. Okay, and even I will remove this as well. Okay, so, and I will try to have this, and I will try to have remove all the comments. Okay, so the code will be very nice and neat, except that loop comments, block comments. So this is totally allowed in programming language. So the final value of the x will be 50. And also remember, if you are printing the x value in this line, that will be 40. If you are printing the x value in this line, that will be 70. If you are printing the x value in this line, that will be 15. Okay, so there is no need to write this has to be within setup loop, this has to be within void loop. There's no need like that. Why I wrote both of them in the different loops is just to show you, if you define that x value out of these both loops on top, and if you declare it on top, you can use it anywhere in the coding. I mean within any of these both loops, both blocks. So for that only I used it. So the continuity of it we will see in the next video. Until then, have a great day ahead. Bye.